Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In previous videos, I've talked about new Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 2 images and broken them all down in Part 1 and Part 2 of those videos. And now I'm making a third video, a Part 3, breaking down all the new photos we got of Season 6. So let's talk about it. So I'll start with all the new photos that we got, and for all the people that didn't see Part 1, Part 2 videos, then I'll play it at the end. Now this photo is just a different angle of what I broke down earlier, but we can see Johnny, Daniel, and Chosen in all what I believe is to be the Saikai Taikai tournament. Now this is very cool because we saw that Chosen was visiting Okinawa at the end of Part 1, and now we know he's back for the Saikai Taikai, and Johnny, Chosen, and Daniel are back at it again as the main trio. We also have this shot of Johnny in a white karate gi at the Saikai Taikai tournament. You can tell by the light on his head, but it doesn't reveal all that much. It's still a cool image. I don't know if this is an official image or if this is just a behind the scenes photo, but either way, it's pretty cool. And now we have a very interesting one. We see two random students fighting against each other, and then behind them we see two other students fighting against each other. I've seen many theories about maybe it's just two different mats and they're fighting at the same time. Maybe they have a 2-on-2 tournament, which would also be a great idea, and I think that'd be very cool to see, because then we could see characters team up that are on Miyagi-Do. That'd be a very cool aspect, but I'm not sure if that's the case. It very well could be, but it also could very well be just them fighting on two different mats. But either way, still a very cool image. Now this next image, we can see a lot of the Saikai Taikai tournament. We can see multiple different dojos all facing the mat. This kind of looked like the Season 6 Part 1 finale, but we can see multiple students from multiple dojos. It doesn't reveal anything, but it definitely is a cool image to break down. It shows the Miyagi-Do students in their Saikai Taikai headbands. It's just another version, or angle of what we saw in the Season 6 Part 1 finale. Still a cool image. I'm excited to see where this leads off. Now we see a photo of Kawan, the new Cobra Kai student. I'm pretty sure that's how I say his name. I'm sorry if I said it wrong, but he's doing some flying kick in the air. It looks awesome. We saw from Part 1 that he can do some crazy kicks, so I'm really excited to see what he's doing in this one, but you can tell it's in the Saikai Taikai. Cool image. I don't know. This next photo, we can see two random students that we don't know who they are, but they're fighting in the Saikai Taikai. Cool image, but there's not really much to break down. Now this one is a cool image. We can see Robbie wearing his Saikai Taikai headband, looking at somebody, and we can see Sam next to him. This is obviously in the Saikai Taikai. He's looking at someone. I don't know who. Cool scene though. I'm excited to see what this is. Now this next photo is a behind the scenes photo. It isn't a shot of the actual show, but we can see Hawk fighting two students. Now I'm not completely sure if this is Cobra Kai students, but we know this is at the Saikai Taikai. Now I don't know if this is actually a part of the Saikai Taikai, or if this is some fight he's doing beneath it. Like maybe they picked a fight with Hawk and Hawk started fighting them. I don't know, but it doesn't seem like an official fight, a part of the tournament. It looks like kind of off to the side in my opinion, but I'm excited to see what this scene brings. We see Miguel and Dimitri both looking at Robbie while Sam is just looking at the Saikai Taikai in the middle. Now, they look concerned. What are they thinking? I have no idea, but they definitely look a little concerned and a little worried. Now, this next photo, or photos, are of Robbie and Tori in what I think is maybe a bar. I really can't tell. It's a bar or a dinner restaurant or something like that. And I'm guessing they're in Spain. This is after, obviously, Tori has joined Cobra Kai, and they're obviously not on the good page right now, and they're frustrated with each other, or Tori's frustrated with Robbie, Robbie's frustrated with Tori. I'm excited to see how Robbie will try to get Tori to join back into Miyagi-Do, which I'm sure he will try at least, but I don't know if she'll join immediately. I think she'll join eventually, but I don't think it'll be immediately. But I'm very interested to see what will be a part of this scene. Will Robbie try to influence her to join Miyagi-Do again? Will Tori try to influence Robbie to join Cobra Kai again? I'm excited to see it. Now this next photo is of Johnny and Daniel walking near a city. Now this could be Spain. It doesn't really look like Spain to me, but it could be Spain. I don't really know what Spain looks like, to be honest, but it could be somewhere in the US, maybe LA, I don't know. But it does look like a cool scene, and I think the cinematography in the scene will be peak. I'm excited to see what they're exactly doing in the scene. We see this other photo of Daniel that I'm not gonna really break down, because there's not really anything to break down that I can tell, but it looks like Daniel is looking at somebody or something. I don't even know where he is, to be honest. Now this, in my opinion, is the biggest photo we've seen. It's of Daniel and Chosen. So Chosen at the season 6 part 1 finale is going back to Okinawa, or that's what it at least says in episode 3, and we didn't see him at the Saikai Taikai, but it appears maybe he went to Okinawa to talk to Kumiko or something like that, or just to go back there for a little bit, and it looks like he came back for the Saikai Taikai eventually, because it looks like he's in the Miyagi-Do gear near the Saikai Taikai, and I'm so excited that he's back, because I was little worried that he wasn't going to be in part 2 at all, but I'm glad that he's back, because I want Chosen to be a main character throughout Cobra Kai Season 6. Now, this last photo, we can see Kreese looking concerned or worried or nervous about something. We can tell he's at the Saikai Taikai tournament, and I'm guessing he's watching one of his students fight. Potentially Tori is my guess, who he's watching, and he's nervous about the fight because he has his hands up. But I'm excited to see what this scene holds. And Kreese is an interesting character this season, because I feel like his redemption will start in part 3, which I thought it would start in part 1, but he just seems ruthless in part 1, so I'm excited to see where his redemption starts, if he does get a redemption, but my guess he still does, and if it's maybe towards the end of part 2, or maybe the start of part 3, but Kreese is a character I'm definitely excited to see, and I'm excited to see this scene. Who's he nervous for? And my guess is Tori. Now, this first photo is of Tori running on a track. Now, it's obviously a behind-the-scene photo, and it's not a scene we saw in part 1, so my guess it's a part of part 2, of course. Now, what this scene is about, I'm guessing it may just be a training montage of Tori, as we saw in the finale of part 1, she turned bad. So my guess is she's training really hard for the Saikai Taikai, because she wants to win, obviously, and beat Miyagi-Do. But every time I look at this photo, I just know it's part of a season 6 montage. It's just the most Cobra Kai thing ever. It's classic Cobra Kai making a training montage for a big event. Or maybe this is potentially post Saikai Taikai and she's still training, but I do believe it'll be a part of some montage. Now, this next photo, we can see Johnny and Daniel looking concerned and looking at somebody. Now, who that somebody is, I'm not sure. My friend Multiverse of Fandoms, if you want to check out his channel, go subscribe to him. He makes great content, but he gave out a great theory that they do look concerned, so maybe Terry Silver walked into the room and Terry Silver's back, and obviously they'd be nervous about that and they'd be concerned, and so maybe Terry Silver walked into the Saikai Taikai. I don't know for what reason at all. It doesn't really make sense in that standpoint, but maybe he has his own dojo or something. I don't know. We'll have to see, but I definitely could see Terry Silver walking in and Johnny and Daniel being obviously concerned. But that's all the images we have to break down. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe, turn that notification bell on, so then you'll be notified for everything Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 2, because I'll be covering guys on every single update that we have. Not covering leaks, of course, but everything official, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.